Hey guys, it's me, the Supine Smokey. So by now you would have seen that I've removed all my top move videos from my channel. And the reason why I did that was because my channel was demonetized. And in order for me to sort of get back, re-monetize my channel, I had to remove all those videos because they were probably the cause of the reason why the channel got demonetized. Now I could have left them up, but at a certain point in the last 3 years making these videos, running this channel, running the channel became more than just a hobby. So if I'm going to be making content and putting as much time as I do into it, there has to be sort of an end product for me from it. So I have to do what's best in order for me to ensure that I can continue to gain some sort of end product from it. But that's not to say that I'll stop making them all together. It just means that in the meantime I'm going to have to stop, because perhaps they were not transformative enough, because the fair use sort of policy of Google's fair use policy is a little bit shaky, you know, as to what pertains to what's transformative, because you may not realize it, but there are a lot of channels up and down the platform that are getting lots and lots of copyright claims on their content, just because of that, because of the sort of the grey area of what constitutes as fair use and what doesn't. I had initially, and to be fair, if I'm being honest, this channel was originally supposed to be a gaming channel, but being that I loved those top move videos from other creators on the platform, and I saw an opportunity, particularly with Roman Reigns, that nobody had sort of fully explored his moveset, I took the opportunity to make that video. That video went viral, and it sort of changed the direction of where I wanted to take my channel. So I find myself now going back in that direction, but not just going back in that direction, but trying to be more creative with some of my original ideas for the channel back when I was trying to do gaming content. Like, for example, recently I've collected some new Japanese wrestling games, so I'm probably going to want to show those off at some point once I could sort out my situation with the console. I got a Japanese console and it blew up, so now I'm trying to get my hands on probably a modded console, or probably another one. I'm trying to sort that all out. And then there's stories I want to tell, because being that I'm such a big anime fan, there are certain wrestlers and certain storylines that I sort of that I saw a connection between them and certain anime characters, and I want to explore that too. And there's also sort of various topics within the wrestling sort of community as a whole, you know, like with the whole, you know, we often say perception is reality, and how often fans perceive things doesn't always match the reality, or how it's always strange that the opinions people hold about wrestlers or wrestling in general don't actually match sort of events that we can sort of point to and say, these are the facts, this is what happened, that's what happened. So things like that as well, I want to take the channel next. So whether you're going to be going with me forward or not, I want to thank you for the support all the same. And for those of you who asked as to why I'm not putting my content up on sort of Vimeo and Dailymotion, we have to understand that ever since Article 13, or now 15, passed, that now means platforms like Dailymotion, that's a French company, a French-owned video sharing platform, they're going to have to adhere to Article 15. So who knows what those platforms are going to look like once the various countries in the EU have sort of reformed their legislation on copyright law to include Article 15. So it's not so right now things are sort of up in the air with all video sharing platforms. It might seem like today I could go take my content and put it on that platform, but you don't know what could happen in the future, whether I can get sued or not, because we just don't know. Even though technically the way I did edit my stuff was fair use, we just don't know. But what I do know is that if I'm going to, when I eventually revisit the top move videos, it's going to be completely different format. I've already been thinking about these last couple of days how I want to approach it. I saw an opportunity somewhere to take it, where I could possibly take those videos in general, yeah. So, because I've just been thinking about the last few weeks, even before my channel was demonetized, even before and after Article 15 was passed, I felt like there was more things I could do with the videos themselves, but I didn't do it because I was just more like, I got into the routine. And obviously people have a tendency to complain when you alter the original clips too much, like, oh, why doesn't it look like the original, like it's a B movie or something. When you edit it too much, they want it to look like as close to the original clip in the space of a match as possible. But I know that not only for me to sort of just demonstrate more creativity, it's also now a necessity that I now have to make, if I do decide to make that content, those videos, that the videos have to be more transformative going forward. Because companies are clamping down really hard with copyright claims right now, and you may not be aware of it unless you're a YouTuber yourself, but there's almost like a three-way battle between YouTubers, the content copyright holders, like the big companies like a WWF, etc., and sort of the platform itself, where they want to stand, where they want to sort of bridge the gap while also protecting themselves. But yeah. So, but if you guys, for those of you who want to continue on with the journey, please do, because it will still be a fun ride. And for those of you that want to bow out at this point because you were only here for the top videos, that's fine too. I appreciate the support. Peace. See you on the other side.